Okay, so once again, if you're just joining us, this is Ian from Mindful Marketplace. I actually recorded something on this a little while ago for our LMS community, but I'm going to post this actually on YouTube. And I think this is actually the absolute best opportunity for card based creators or agencies who want to make a really big impact in 2026. So there's a couple pieces of this. So number one, as a lot of you know, Framer, which is a fantastic tool as well, they've made some recent pricing changes that have been pretty widely panned by the designer community, especially folks who are Framer addicts, people who are like really passionate about using Framer to build their brands, their businesses, and their bank accounts. People who are selling templates and services and sites, to their own clients and community. Framer's really made the price point very difficult for lots of smaller agencies like ourselves. So I want to actually show you something that I think will make your selling card sites much easier for you. So number one, I still think, and I will keep saying this over and over again, the absolute easiest thing to do if you're trying to build a brand, a business, and a digital agency in 2026 is sell things like one-page websites, just like this one, that have some sort of back end offer. In this case, the back end offer could be something like a newsletter, a subscription form that integrates with any of these services. Card does this still better than anybody else in the market. All of these can be integrated with a simple piece of code, or excuse me, a simple API, and really no code, which makes it such a beautiful thing. And it can be done very quickly. This, even by the way, is a more sort of you know complicated sort of site. You don't have to do anything this sort of robust. But the thing that's so exciting now is they integrate with Ghost. And I want to show you, like in a real time way, how appealing this could be to a Ghost owner like myself, right? So we're now building trippytherapy.com on Ghost. I actually did a little video on this earlier. That's also going to be posted to YouTube today. So you can watch that if you want. It's the 10th of November. But essentially, this allows me to build this sort of landing page to send our target market, in this case mental health professionals, mindfulness teachers, therapists, etc., to a page like this one here. And it will integrate with Ghost via the API here. And I can literally offer this as a service to someone like myself, right, who wants something other than just this. So if you look at the site, this is the site, right, that we're building, trippytherapy.com for mental health professionals. It's scheduled to come out in January, but this is the early version of it, which is live. So you're seeing that even though it's early. But a landing page like this is going to convert much better than sending people to an entire, magazine or membership site. So really easy, and building one page websites now on card relative to the competition like Framer, WordPress, all those sorts of solutions, and then integrating something like this, right, for your clients, and selling these for like, $500 or whatever, building it on their own domain, right? So there's none of this like, it has like Framer. All those sites are built on subdomains like ian.framer.website or trippytherapy.framer.website, which is fine, but you're still building it. You're building your brand on somebody else's land, somebody else's brand is in your URL. And if you're working with clients, obviously you already know that's a big no-no. People don't like that. If it's you're building a landing page for a therapist, and that therapist's name is like Gene Smith. Gene wants genesmith.com to be their landing page where their newsletter lives, right? They don't want it to be genesmith.framer.media. right? So Card gives you that ability, and it also allows you to. There's no charge, right? Framer would charge, your clients, so you have to charge your clients, but they would charge you, or your client, depending on how you price things. You know, anywhere from $15 a month, on up if you're paying monthly and you need two editors like yourself and your client. Let's say Gene Smith, it's like $50 per editor, I think, per month. Like they've really screwed over a large contingent of their. I don't want to say screwed over. They've just made it more expensive. I still love Framer, and as you can see here, by the way, the redirect on this, actually not on this one here, but it goes to this site here, the redirect after the newsletter form is submitted, which is a Framer site. Like I love Framer. Framer is beautiful, and I use Framer for tons and tons of things. It's just really expensive if you're selling sites. I'm building these things for us, for my own business. Therefore, I don't mind having something that resides on a Framer domain, right? I mean, because I already own the primary domain, and I have something there, something again like this, like the Trippy Therapy site. It doesn't matter if this up here leads to a store that's hosted on something like Framer and folks see it in the URL. Who really cares? I still have the main site here. But when it comes to a newsletter or for client work in particular, that's not a good answer. People generally want their stuff to live on their own brand, as well they should, and that makes selling card sites right now a unique opportunity to build a very profitable business, building great looking little websites. I think this looks great for like a tiny little template, and making money without having to pass on like exorbitant fees to your clients or community. Okie doke. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. There's tons of interesting integrations with Card that you can use. Testimonials and reviews is one I always mention to people if you're trying to build like a back end offer, because it really genuinely universally works, as do newsletter forms like this one. All right. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you want to check out our new membership site built on Ghost, it's trippytherapy.com. As you can see here, we just started launching it. There's only 2 members. Both of them are me and a VA. And, you can see here we have almost no visitors. So this is very, very quickly, or very, very early in this business, but I'm in this brand, but I'm very excited about it. And in 2026, I think it's going to be a really good, test case or example case of building a super profitable membership site on Ghost on a bootstrap budget. All right. Thanks so much for watching. If you have questions, feel free to ask.